welcome to In Your City Show. We are live at Pour 322 Coffeehouse in Belleville, Illinois. We are excited to be back. There's lots of fun happenings going on in Belleville, and they wanted to make sure that you knew all about it. So, hi, Gordon.
Hi, Kelley. How are you? Hi, Kelley. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Hey, Barbie. Are you excited to be back to Belleville, your stomping grounds?
I always love coming to Belleville. It's nostalgic for me.
Coming down the streets, I would love to live. I mean, I guess we do living in Newtown. We have that small, town feel. But it is so cool when you come down the street and I think, gosh, I would love to have a business on this main street and be able to just have a shop and be right there and maybe live above it like in the olden days.
There's something cool about the old storefronts with the display windows and the front door in the middle. It's just something nostalgic.
Well, the one thing they have going on right now is the kids were able to, remember when you were little and you could paint on the windows?
Paint windows, yeah.
That was the coolest thing ever. They do that here.
They still do it here. It used to be, when I was growing up, every single storefront display would have kids painting like that.
And that's so adorable.
Yeah.
I think that is so cute.
I
want to
awesome.
do that still. Mine would still look like I'm a kid, though. I got out there with the chalk on the sidewalk with Chance the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I still color and draw like a preschooler.
You know what? We should start that in Newtown. Newtown, the storefronts in Newtown, they should all do like window paintings for Halloween. So we'll start that.
Well, it's a great idea. You think we'll have control to make that happen?
I don't know. We don't seem to have control on anything else.
So we are at Pour 322 Coffeehouse, which of course is joined with Grimm and Gorly. We're going to sit down with Zack and Jeff and talk about some great things that are happening in Belleville. This show, of course, wouldn't be here today without the support of the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downtown Illinois. So we're glad to be a part of that. And of course, brought to you by our gorgeous magazines, Clayton, Chesterfield, and St. Charles County City Lifestyle magazines. Our October issue is out, which is our foodie issue. And of course, you're seeing right now our August issue, which has olive all over the front of it. That was our August issue. But hey, if we can find the October, we will get those up on the front. They are on the table. And then sitting on the table, you can see Oh Olive, Oh No, A Thunderstorm, my children's book that just newly released September 28th. So got a lot of great things. We got the gooey butter from the Brass Rail Steakhouse.
I actually had that. It was amazing.
You brought me some home.
I did.
It was amazing. And then a fabulous artist, Joanne Huell, who is the cover of both of our issues with her butter knife collection. She is going to be on our October taping of our In Your City show over at Outreach Studios. So get to meet her firsthand and talk to her. Got anything else before we bring on our guest today?
Well, you know what? It was so fun to actually take advantage of the age that I am. The other night we went to the football game.
I never wanted to be a senior citizen before.
I know.
How much money did we save?
Oh, a couple bucks. But we went to the high school football game, and you go up, and nowadays everybody carries credit cards. They don't carry cash.
Yeah, debit cards.
So I'm scrambling. I go, you got cash? I don't have any cash.
You
Do you have
always
cash?
have cash.
And then I look down at the piece of paper, and it says 55 plus free, and I go, cha-ching, we're in.
I almost didn't know if I wanted to take advantage of it or not. I was ready to scan thank goodness for QR codes, because I was ready to scan my QR code.
Your Venmo.
Yeah, my Venmo.
Your QR code. Your
No,
Venmo.
sorry. They had a QR code
For Venmo.
for my Venmo.
I know.
And it's okay. So that's special. So when I hear everybody talking behind us, is that in the microphones too?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you're going to hear background noise, and that's a great thing.
I
Because
didn't feel like I heard it last time.
It just goes to show you that businesses are thriving still.
They're booming in here.
Yeah, the Pour has always got a bunch of people. It's really crowded today.
Because
Everybody's
their
taking
coffee
advantage.
is so good.
It is.
I went over, and of course we have a birthday party we have to go to Saturday night. So I went over to Grimm and Gorly and bought, I'm not going to say what it is, because if she happens to be listening, then she's going to know what we got her. But I went over there and went shopping and got some cute little gifts at Grimm and Gorly for the birthday present.
Very cool.
Which is really cool. So, all right. So, anything else I should know about before we get going and bring on?
We have some stuff about. I noticed in our magazine you had some things about soups and different types of soups that we have in there. So during this time of year, when it starts, the leaves start
delicious.
to turn, and we have soup. Soup is a chili, all that stuff. What is your favorite soup to have during the fall season?
I think I like tomato soup with grilled cheese.
Now, do you have to have it in certain combinations? So you can you have tomato soup just to have tomato soup, or do you have to have grilled cheese with it?
I can just have it tomato basil, but I like to have the grilled cheese to go with it to dip in it. But the other night I had made tortellini pasta with some sausage and spinach in that, and it was pasta. And then the next day we had some left, and I'm like, I don't really want pasta feel again, so I made some broth. I made a beef broth, and then turned it into a soup, and I really like that. It was kind of like tomato soup.
You kind of become a mad scientist in the kitchen. Kelley she starts to find just stuff that you probably wouldn't even eat by itself, but she'll combine it all and make a meal out of it.
Just in 10 minutes.
It's kind of like Jesus with the fish and the
wow,
the loaves.
Did I just get compared to Jesus?
That's probably not a good thing. Don't strike me down, Dad. I didn't mean to do
Not
that.
so sure that's not a good idea, actually.
Don't strike me down.
All right, well, we're going to welcome to the show the stars of the show today, and that is the owner, Jeff Bair, and his son, Zack Bair, who are combined owners between Grimm and Gorly, and of course, Pour 322 Coffeehouse. And then if you go just 2 doors down, the gorgeous and beautiful The Bungalow, which is great for events and meetings and special happenings you can have over at The Bungalow, which you notice they got a change of color, so we're going to have to talk about that and see what's going on over at the Bungalow. How's it going, guys? Look at that shirt.
I know.
Does that not make my day, or what? Turn around, go ahead, turn around, show the back, how hot you are. Yep,
Yeah,
he's an
right.
official hot lister and wore
We
his
just like
shirt.
being on the list. I didn't know things about
Zach, I asked where his was. He said he doesn't know where it is. Does he not know how valuable that is? It's going to be worth something someday. And he said, I think my dad might have both of them. So did
Maybe.
you steal them all?
Maybe.
Hey, did you notice your little treats I brought you?
did.
So
Those
you
are
know,
awesome.
thank you so much for your
They're
support.
awesome.
They're possum. I have a book
Yeah,
for
it's
each of
possum.
your grandchildren
This is
signed
exciting.
there. There's a bookmarker so they can subscribe. There's a QR code and be able to have pup dates.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and be what do we call it? A collaborator, not a collaborator, but a
Oh,
collar.
what?
Oh my gosh,
that thing.
she's gonna create new words for everything with this dog.
Yeah. I'd be so sick of me with all the words. Like, we don't have reading or book signings. We have potties.
Potties. I
Yeah.
love a
Potties.
potty.
Yeah.
I love a
Potty.
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 It's like if you knew New York, we're having a party.
I got to go yesterday to Faith Preschool and do a book reading to a bunch of little 3 and 4 year olds. If that is not fun, or a potty, as I should say, nothing is. The look on their faces, and they're so filled with love. They just want to talk to you. You know, if I asked them, "Hey, are you afraid of thunderstorms?" Oh my gosh, the whole room went crazy, and they all want to tell you, their story and what their thunderstorm was like. And I mean, kids are the cutest things
They
ever,
really are.
and they're just so intent on listening. And I brought Olive with me, of course. So
did
she's
you?
in the middle of all of these kids, and they're just loving her and wanting to hold her. She had more stimulation than you
She
can
went home and
possibly.
she needed a
Oh
little
yeah,
stress
she's
relief, didn't she?
exhausted. It's going to take her about 3 days of naps for her to come back to herself again. But it was a good time. So there's some doggy treats for your babies.
Thanks, we
And
appreciate
welcome
that.
to the show. We're so glad to be back.
Glad
We're
to have you back.
Can you hear me okay? I feel
Yep.
like I'm truly echoing all over the place. So I'm going to move this a little bit out of the way, bring this in a little bit. Do you have any idea what I'm drinking?
You guys just saw her move the microphone, didn't you?
Sorry.
And what did I tell you before the show?
It's because I'm echoing and stuff. Hey,
Don't touch the microphone.
Actually, Zach, I was going to say it's okay for you to turn yours a little
I
bit closer
appreciate
to
that.
you.
do you know what they made us by any chance? This is really good,
So
as you can tell.
I'm not sure. I think. Oh, I don't know. What did
I
you
got a
have?
caramel.
He got whipped
frappe.
cream or something.
Oh, caramel.
Did you
have
order it?
dessert?
Yeah, really good. What Casey got? Did you get something too, Case? She got something too. That's her favorite part about coming. we know we're gonna get some amazing coffee drink while we're here.
We appreciate that. That is pretty.
That's how you get us to drive an hour to come here, just by giving us a free coffee. We love it.
That's awesome.
So we got lots of things to talk about.
We do.
So first of all, let's talk about, of course, for those that maybe didn't see the show last time, we've mentioned where we are at Pour 322 Coffeehouse and Grimm and Gorly, which I was telling Gordon I got a great gift, a little ensemble of some fun things for a birthday party this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Because you have a little bit of everything and funny gifts as well, like cute little, like make people feel like they drink too much kind of gift. Like everything I bought her had something to do with drinking. So those are the kind of friends to have.
Absolutely.
That's when the party
Yeah,
happens.
that's exactly right. As long as they're pouring.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm not paying. Even better. So tell us a little bit about where we're sitting right now, and then take us next door to Grimm and Gorly.
So,
Jack,
yeah,
I'll-
I mean, you're currently in Port 322.
Yes, we are.
This is our coffee house, and of course we have our in-service baked goods, which are incredible. So we do make a majority of those in-house. The ones we do not make, we actually lend out from another bakery. We know them; they're family-owned. We know the ingredients. We know what goes into it. That's important to us.
We should probably try one to make sure that.
I think you should try
'cause
at
I don't
least
think
3.
you should be selling anything that doesn't have
I
a
know,
taste
and
test.
that's the scary thing about it. You know, sitting back there snacking on all of
And
it. What are you
neither
gonna
of
do?
you are fat. I just roll in and out of the coffee house every day.
I
if had
love
all
your
that to pick from.
observations. She goes, "You're not fat."
No, you know, those
I'll
are
take
treats.
that. I'll take that compliment.
I think we both will. But yeah, so it's important to us what we serve here because, you know, there are a lot of people now more than ever who have allergies or, you know, issues with food, and we have to be very careful. We are not certified gluten-free. We are not certified vegan or nut-free, but we do everything we can to not have the risk of cross-contamination. We just cannot guarantee such a thing. But it is important to us how we handle our processes. So we're pretty proud of that fact.
Yeah.
We also have really great ice cream and sorbets, and we do have in-house juicing, which is really great. And so we have a really incredible variety. But we also, like, on the walls, which I know can't be seen at the moment, but
I did take
we
some
have our
pictures.
monster art in for October, which is incredible. This is a local gentleman. He's actually known for his monster creations literally globally. He does a lot of monsters internationally and nationally, and his pieces are amazing. That wall was completely full,
Wow.
and we have adjusted and readjusted them, and every time we do more cells. So
He's sold
that
20
just-
pieces.
I love those.
Yeah.
I'd buy one of those, have it hanging somewhere, and scare myself half
So
to death
I have
around
to
the
tell you,
corner.
I have a series of them over a sofa in one of my sitting rooms, and I love them because I love horror film and I love
Me
horror
too.
in general. It's one of my favorites. But talking to this guy about it intimidates me because I'm like, oh, I don't think I know as much about it as I thought I did. But he's incredible, and we have another artist that's here as well. That's again local, and her monsters are a variety of different things from just classic films like Beetlejuice, and
Yeah.
but it's fun because every time someone comes in, they're like, "Oh my God, have you never seen that?" It's like, I mean, it's Nosferatu, you know, it's like the creature from the Black
Why
Lagoon.
is it
It's
that we love scary, or most of us, not everyone does, but I'm absolutely terrified when we watch scary movies, but I can't wait to watch
She
it.
spends half of it under the covers, not even looking at the
And
show.
then I go like this, I go, tell me when it's over, tell me when it's over, because I can't look because it won't leave my head.
well, that is where he and I differ. I love horror, and I love horror podcasts because that's like my favorite thing. He absolutely hates it. So
Really?
that's an opportunity
Like,
for us to be in the same.
You really don't like you won't watch it if you don't have
I mean,
to.
I'll watch it, but I don't really like to. And honestly, I'll listen to the podcast because I do think they're interesting.
But 30 minutes in, he'll finally just kind of knock on the table and go, I can't
I can't do
Yeah.
anymore.
I'm like, you know what? This is good. We're in the same room, but we're not together because my headphones are in and you're over
We'll
there.
have to listen to a
You know.
horror. I haven't actually did a horror podcast.
No.
Well, and some of them are really good though. But I mean, the other thing is, I drive 25 minutes into the country, and inevitably on one of those nights, I get stopped at a railroad track by cornfields, and I'm like, okay,
No
I'm gonna
way.
die.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I'm
I
gonna
know
die
it.
right here.
Children
Yep.
of the Corn
Is
come
it-
out.
Yep, exactly.
Isn't it crazy what movies have done to our minds
yeah.
and worked
Yeah.
as birds?
You know you're safe, but it just doesn't seem to matter. You know that, like, I mean,
Those
he's-
people on Friday the 13th were safe too.
He would tell me since I was young, he'd say, you know, just so you know, no one is going to take you, and if they do, they will bring you right back. And he's not wrong. So I'm not
Me
too
too.
concerned about the risk of kidnapping. Or
1 hour after talking about Olive, my bulldog, they'll throw me right through the door. Take her back. I can't take it anymore. So we're over here at
Yes,
4322.
4322.
We know how wonderfully healthy and scrumptious it is. We go through an opening right there, and we walk ourselves into Grimm and Gorly, which takes us where?
Takes us to Grimm Gorly Florist. We've been the owners for 25 years. When it's been in that position or that spot on Main Street since 1957, which is really cool. Before that, East St. Louis, and before that, St. Louis. So it's had a lot of history. It's only had 3 families that owned it, so we're the 3rd family. You know, when we came in, it's always been a great flower shop, and when we came in, it just didn't have a bunch of gifts and things like it had in the like 70s and 80s. And so I just really wanted to make it look like it did when I was a kid when I came in here.
Yeah,
And
like
so
it's
we've done everything we could to make it the way we thought it would be awesome.
Right.
And our holiday stuff is amazing, I think. And we have some amazing product. We have a whole room in the back that's just floor to ceiling full of Christmas. We can't wait to pull it out.
I love that.
Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah,
excited.
November 4th, Christmas open house. We're
Yeah,
excited.
that's what I wanted to talk about, your holiday and decorating. And Gordon, just go like this because I can't see you if you
I
have
know.
something.
I feel like I'm the kid in the corner over
yeah,
here.
no one
But-
puts baby
Come on
in the
in.
corner.
So speaking of Christmas, when is the right time to put your Christmas tree up? Because I have friends who've already put their Christmas tree up, and I actually put Jason with a chainsaw coming over to cut it down. And it's like, it's not even Halloween yet.
Yeah, they're probably going to say,
But I mean,
why
I know
not
what
August?
I'm saying. When I say that, I say not for businesses or not for stores, because I get that. But I'm saying for the person in general in their own home. When is
that's
the
not-
right time to put your Christmas tree up?
I don't even think it's fair to assess the reality of that, because I mean, we are in the business of doing what you can. It's sort of like whatever you can do to make yourself happy. I mean, at this point in life, when you're just like dredged by news and you're just listening to the worst possible case scenarios around you,
Right.
put up your tree. Put up 6
Or,
trees.
as some people do, they leave it up all year round.
And then, well, I will tell you that is a big
much.
that is a big ick for me. Like,
Yeah.
if a Christmas tree should not have Easter eggs on it. Just put the damn thing away. That's where I draw
So
the
you do
line.
have an opinion.
I do have an opinion on that. I do have an opinion on that. But for a lot of I have many opinions. Some of which we're going to keep
To
right
yourself?
inside.
so that you get more customers.
Yeah, well, we want to keep our customers.
Yeah, there you go, that's true.
But for some of our customers, we start setting up their Christmas in October.
Wow.
Which actually, in the next
already
week,
did one,
we
yeah.
already did one, and we do have another one coming up in the next week.
So you actually go into people's home and
We do.
decorate for
We do.
them.
And
Home,
commercially as
business,
well.
and commercial, yeah. So,
Wow.
which I think is a very trusting thing. So when someone, like when I grew up, setting up for Christmas was intimate because it was a family thing. You
Right.
did it together, or
It's
let's
little
be honest,
Johnny
Dad
put the
and
star on the
I,
top of the
Dad and I
tree.
did it, and everyone watched. But and that's not a
wouldn't let
knock on
anybody
the
do anything
family,
else.
but we wouldn't let them do it. And
Just give them a minute. They'll do everything.
to this day,
They're
I
not
think we have it.
controlling it all.
Like my mom will call me and she's like, "It's the totes that are marked, right?" I'm like, "Yes, it's the ones with the big stars on them. It says only use
That's
these,
Kelley.
only
That's
use
my
these
knowledge.
totes, and only these ribbons that are on hangers covered in." Yeah,
And put in this spot.
exactly.
I gotcha.
Take a picture from the previous
Yeah.
year, But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a very welcoming, intimate thing for someone to welcome you into their home and say, "Decorate my home for Christmas." Because
Yeah.
we do celebrate with our clients, and we were just having a conversation with someone the other day. The one specific client that we were talking about. I mean, I was young, very young. And so, but I can remember when we did her child's baptism, and now her child is a freshman in college.
Wow.
I mean, but seriously, we have grown with that family, and then you think of
Were you like 10 when you did that one?
younger than that. Watch it, watch it. No, yeah, roughly 10, 11. But really, I mean, we really have grown with them. I mean, graduation parties
Yeah.
and birthday parties and Christmases and
Well, that shows what a beautiful job you must do if they keep asking you for every other holiday and event as well.
Yeah, but I mean, we're really blessed in the sense that they've allowed us to continue to be with them that long,
Sure.
because clients become friends and then they really become family.
Absolutely.
I mean, we mourn with them when we have to, and we don't ever want to, but we
Right.
of course mourn with them and we celebrate with them, and that to me is like the key to knowing that you have a really great business and that you have really great people backing you up.
Are you still taking appointments if someone does want their holiday decor done?
A few.
They try to fit them in, basically.
I saw you
How
guys
early,
I wouldn't want to say no, right?
how early should they book with you? I mean, if they know now even for next year?
We have people calling. We already had bookings for this year last November.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I
Wow.
couldn't take any more
and,
last
and,
year.
and we almost did a real cutoff in July. I mean, because but we can do one or two things. You can do it all, and it can look like a mess,
Right.
or you can do what you can do properly and correctly and stunning. That's our goal.
Right.
It's not about how many. It's about the quality of the work that we're putting out.
When
Sure.
I was setting up, something I saw that you did, and I thought it was really cool, is you were going around to the customers and giving them flowers.
Oh my gosh, tell
but
me
not
about that.
not only did you give them flowers, but you said, "Here's some flowers for you," but then here's another bouquet for you to give to someone else.
So today is Pedal It Forward. It's a national, or basically it is a national deal.
It is a national event,
So a
yeah.
lot of the floral wholesalers will offer us a pre-mixed bouquet for a little bit better price than we would normally pay, which is amazing. And then we literally just give it away. So before you leave today, I'll give you one, and then I'll give you an additional one you can give to someone else. I'll give one to Casey and to Gordon.
can pay
and
it
then,
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're going to go eat after here, and we're trying to figure out where we should eat at. I do see they say they're the #1 pizza. Are they for real, or are they just putting that on their sign?
Papa Vito's?
Yeah.
Papa Vito's does an incredible job.
Because I
So
love pizza.
but Belleville has such a really incredibly diverse variety of restaurants. I mean, when you go down Main Street, you're getting everything from pizza and sushi and salad and pasta. But the thing is that everyone really genuinely makes the stuff here.
Yeah.
You know, and we know the owners, so we know that the product
Someone's
they're
going to
eating
get
is going to
flowers
back it
paid
up.
forward with
There
to
you
them
go.
today.
But yeah, I highly recommend Papa Vito's. They do a beautiful job. You know, and the alternative to Papa Vito's and pizza is Benny's, which is just on Main Street as well, and they do an incredible job as well.
And you said Benny's?
Benny's,
Okay,
yes.
we're going to have to make a decision on what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Notice I'm already picking pizza. And if they
I
have
guess we're
pasta.
having pizza today.
Now, I will say, if you like wings in any way, shape, or form, they're not hot, but they do one called
hot spicy.
They do one called Rick's Wing, which is fried and baked.
Right.
Actually,
And the
that's
flavor
favorite. That's
is-
our
So it's
favorite.
kind of dry rub.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Flavor's
very
incredible.
good.
They do?
That's what
Oh,
they do down there.
Well, that you
Right
might have
over here
just
at Papa
sold them
Vito's.
on that one.
And
they
then
have
I
great
dip them in the
salads.
sweet chili sauce.
Oh, yeah,
for
you can
heaven's
ask
sakes.
for a little, yeah.
I'm starving. Stop
Sorry.
it. We got to get through
Yeah,
the
we
show
get
right
that.
now.
This
Start
gum
making
is all
funny.
I've had today. So yeah.
Start making
Yeah,
some
just
funny faces
drill-
after a while. We
drill-
keep talking
drilling
about
down.
it.
It's going to be so good.
Well, I want to also talk about the upcoming Art and Wine Walk that's in November. So tell us a little bit about, we know what's happening here and we love it here, but you also are a big advocate of what's happening in Belleville itself and on this street and around. So tell us about that.
Belleville Main Street is in charge of that particular event, and what's great about it is that we're both able to say that we're involved heavily in Main Street and the Chamber, and so Art and Wine Walk, you're able to buy it, you purchase a ticket on our websites, you're able to get a standard, what's called a tasting or a pour, from each place that you stop at. And so each
fun.
place that you stop will have artwork from a local artist, and so you have the opportunity to buy the art, visit that particular retail store or our bar or restaurant perhaps. It's a great night to kind of shop around anyway. It's our weekend of our open house weekend, so it's a win-win double thing for us because it brings tons of people downtown, and then we also have our own folks coming in. And so all these different businesses, and so it's just, some of us have music or entertainment. We're going to have,
We just booked them, so please forgive. I have to think of the name of it. We'll think of it.
yeah, we'll think of it. But anyway,
It'll pop in on your drive home
yes, it
tonight.
will.
You're
Yes,
like,
it will.
oh my
Or
gosh,
at
I
2
can't believe
o'clock
I
in the
forgot
morning
the
when you go to
name.
the bathroom. But anyway, so yeah, so we have it's a lot of fun, and it's been around for several years, and it's a good night.
It's a great night
Yeah.
because it really does introduce, I mean, upwards of 500 people. The
Wow.
weather is always going to be a
Sure.
different
What a
Right.
beautiful day today.
Oh,
You
I
can
know,
only
no
hope that,
kidding.
right?
That would be incredible.
So we got the tickets where you can get the tickets then.
Yes,
Perfect,
perfect.
yes.
Perfect.
Savannah White.
That's
always got that
awesome.
Savannah.
Oh.
Arms going. Gordon's always. Your hands are always like. I feel like a conductor.
As long as it's not slapping the mic, I think it's perfect.
Sometimes.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
You got it from both sides here. But no, it really is an incredible event. It offers up an opportunity for upwards of 500 people who may not have the experience of coming downtown to, again, get an idea of how diverse it is, because there are some incredible boutiques down here. It used to be an old leather shop that was down here, and the gentleman was so very talented, but now it's going to be an art gallery, which is going to be with the Metro East Artists Guild, which we just had which was here the last time you were here.
Yes.
So they had an incredible wall of just stunning paintings, and they change a theme once a month, which is really cool, or once every 2 months, forgive me, I can't remember. But that's going to be another incredible opportunity down here. But like the Lincoln Theater, they just had Dracula Fest.
Oh
so it
my
was,
gosh.
So, and
Did I
How
really
did we
miss
miss
that?
that?
legit, and I'm not kidding. It was the original author of
Bram
Dracula, Bram Stoker's descendant, was actually there doing the signing, and it was in conjunction
brought
with
my
Cosmic
book.
Comics. But it's like we all really do everything to work together to make
All
this
right,
just
you
an
have our
incredible
number. You're gonna
experience.
have to remind
Yeah.
me next time.
Yeah, but I mean, all these.
Send a text.
Oh, with pleasure, because I know they had incredible turnout.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But and like Spaces down here is a really incredible venue. We're very good friends with him. We have a small venue, but again, we can't seat everyone. We have a capacity. He has a much larger facility, but he does a much larger scale show of monsters as well, which are just incredible.
Actually,
Like,
that's next weekend, right?
I believe so. Yeah. So it's like the Wolfman and again Nosferatu, Dracula, but these are large scale paintings and they are incredible. Again, exposing local artists. That's the neat thing.
So if you were to pick a costume or a time in your life, whether it was a child or as you're older, what has been your ultimate favorite Halloween costume to ever be?
Fred Flintstone. That was Fred Flintstone.
You're Fred Flintstone?
I did Fred Flintstone.
Then why did you like
Did you
the
have
Fred
Wilma
Flintstone?
too?
Yeah, I did. My wife was Wilma, and our friends were Barney and Betty. We had a
Oh
great
my
time.
gosh, how
we had a
fun!
lot of fun. We really
did you
did.
have a little wooden car that you could?
Well, we did. And we drove up in a regular car. We had a little bit of a garage.
Did they have like large credit cards and say
We
charge
did,
it all the time?
We had the big
Remember?
bone and all that stuff, and they had bone in their hair, and it was fun.
Oh,
we had a
that's
great time.
so much
That's
fun.
probably my most memorable Halloween party.
Really?
Yeah, I only remember getting there. That was all I remember.
Well, that
I
was
didn't
very
even-
memorable.
I wasn't driving the big stone car, so I didn't have
There you go. How about yours?
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't think any of them are that memorable.
God, I have a picture
When
of
you
my
well,
car. I wish
because
I could go
like you
get
know,
it right
well,
now.
not that they weren't memorable, but you know, as a kid, the goal is candy. I don't even think I cared what I dressed up as. I was
How about
a
when you were
chunk as a
older?
child. No, didn't dress up. Always went as myself. That was my favorite character.
He's Halloween Bahama.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
He loves to be scared. You think having a scary like our grandkids, they just want to be scary all the time.
But I think
Just be scary.
like the most memorable would have been like in college, but I don't really remember.
No. Do you have a favorite
Admittedly.
memorable costume?
Oh yeah, the Cooper Halloween costumes with the rubber
We're breathing
band
through the little hole
and you
in
had the
the-
plastic face on you. I was
yeah.
Batman, the 1966 TV series Batman.
Oh, that's
And I
awesome.
thought I was the coolest thing ever, you know. And it was like, it was great until I put the mask on. And about halfway through, my face is just pouring in sweat. And like Kelly said, I couldn't breathe. And that rubber band would always just smack you. People would come up and smack you in
Yep,
the back
right
of
in
the
the
head
back of
with
the
it.
hood.
Yeah.
I can always remember as a kid, we were like a hobo or something that you just pulled out your parents' clothes that were too big and stuffed them and put something on your face. It wasn't really, whereas now you've got all these stores where you can just
Oh my
buy
God,
these
yeah.
fandangled costumes. And I think I've had fun, like when we started dating, you're a couple when you go like as paired costumes, like
Yeah, pirates.
Dracula, pirates. I think that was fun. We were groovy one year. That was fun. You've never been, guys always dress as girls.
That is actually the easiest costume.
And girls always dress as like little hoes. What is that? It's
Well,
like
that
your
was-
one time
that
of the
was
year you can
tame,
go
though. You
as.
said little hoes. So
Well,
that was
you know,
nice.
I mean, some a lot. I remember a girl coming. They came as Adam and Eve, and she lived. Thank goodness she had the body to go with it. But she came as Eve, and she was only wearing little leaves.
Yeah.
Little
Good for her.
tiny leaves, and
I think it's the one time of the year that it's no holds barred. You do you.
It's
Yeah.
like the naked bike ride only in October.
Only in October.
Yes, pretty much.
I never want to see that ever happen.
No,
it's
that's-
kind of when people say,
Especially from behind.
yeah. Because people like go to a nudist beach. I just
No, thank
from
you.
what I've heard, they shouldn't be nude possibly on that beach.
That would be the
You know?
key.
Yeah.
And
Kinda
how
like-
did we get here?
Like there should be qualifications involved.
Walmart, walk around no clothes on. It's so terrifying what they wear. So. Anyway, I guess we were changing the subject for people that like us.
Speaking of holiday parties.
Yes, so before we get to meet Savannah Rigley, the Director of Development of Administration at the Belleville Humane Society, we love puppies, so
Yes, we do.
tell us about what's going on at the bungalow.
Oh gosh, there's so much going
And you
on. at the
painted
bungalow.
it. Gordon said it was white last time, and it was.
So the building itself has remained white. So we actually, Dad and I, growing up, I was never told no. But, no, come on. But what I will say is, in the sense that he kind of let us learn to fail on our own. So like, sure, you can do it,
Yeah.
but like, let's see how
Yeah.
you can come back from it. So luckily, it's worked out in my favor. However, we decided to close the porch in.
I saw that.
So we actually found a really great salvage company, and so those doors are from an old house in Ladue from the 20s, and they're all original French doors. So we're working on the hardware is the only issue, because you can't find hardware to fit 1920s doors unless
Oh, I
they're
can see.
custom.
So there's the porch. So it's
So
enclosed
that originally
now.
was completely open, and we closed it in, and that's our
I
permanent
love it
bar
closed,
area. Yeah,
and
we love it.
I love
love
the
it.
color
Isn't
and
it
the.
neat?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's
we're
amazing.
pretty thrilled with it. It's pretty incredible.
I actually did do a video, which is on my Facebook and Instagram and wherever, but I did actually film the front of it and took a picture. So if you happen to look, in my social media pages, you will see that your new front and where it's painted. And I forgot that the front porch. Look at the inside of that. That's so much fun.
It
We
is.
love it.
And actually, it's changed inside already.
It's changed inside already too. Yeah, we've changed a few things out. The art changes constantly. Currently, we have a really incredible collection of paintings that are all dogs through history, like from the 1860s 1850s and the 1840s, and they're actually original paintings. They're really incredible. They're petite, so
How do you find it? Does it just happen organically? So just kind of just
literally,
falls?
It was a gift.
Which is that's how it always
was
works.
a literal gift, and it was incredible, and we just loved it. And I just said, I'm hanging them in there, and he goes, sure thing, go for it. I mean, again,
Because you don't get told no.
well, but again, if once I hang them up, I go, well, that was a mistake, and he'll go, well, you figured it out on your own. You figured it out on your own.
Unlike
it was
us
a
new
mistake.
hovering
No,
parents.
it's definitely not a mistake. You know, like he knows I love black and white. You know, I grew up with a lot of black and white stuff, and so he just got me black and white checkered napkins to put in there because he knew it would be a great add-on. You know, just fun stuff. We try to change things up as they go, because we have some groups that are in there every other week.
What are the largest size groups? What is the smallest size group? What are
Largest
things?
cap at 40.
40,
Cap
okay.
at 40. Now during spring, summer, early fall, you have and sometimes for us in this area, you have winter as well in the courtyard.
Where you can be
but that
outside.
seats an additional 16. We do keep the chairs and the tables out, and like we had an event there 2 weeks ago. It was actually right on the chili cook-off that happened here downtown, and so that was an additional 40.
I know.
Again, no text.
We need the Belleville calendar. Events calendar.
We were definitely
You'll be
down
sorry.
there. Yeah, you will. It's a
I know
lot.
you guys have one like every weekend,
Oh,
pretty
but
much.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's the great thing about Belleville. It's like it's just nothing but
A
community
festival on
efforts
parade,
and
baby.
festivals, which is great.
And I love that, and I love how you guys just all partner together. I like how you guys are all friends. Everybody kind of just
Yeah,
helps
yeah.
each other out.
We
I
really
love
do.
that.
I
It's
mean,
a very
We
We
just
were
work
just
know,
talking
friendly
today about
community.
we're going to send some flowers down to Benny's later for him to give out to some
Yeah,
of his
just to different
clients.
places
Just, you know,
downtown, because
peddle it.
they have
Yeah.
great walk-in, and I think they need to know that we're all doing this together, and that's the best part. But yeah, so the event we had, it was 40 people, and actually only maybe 5 or 6 of them were from here. The rest were from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And they literally, we thought, the woman said, she's like, this might be tight, and I said, no, it's completely comfortable. And she said, we're not going to be outside. It's too damn cold.
They were outside.
They weren't inside 7 minutes, and everyone was in the porch and on the right in the
Yeah.
courtyard. And they said, "God, this is amazing!" And they sat out there all night, drank wine, hung out, and honestly, what a fabulous night! They had live music from downtown.
Perfect.
You couldn't ask for a better scenario. And I just said, "That's free," because that would not normally.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But she did. She picked a great weekend, but we book every week several luncheons. We're very blessed. And then we have private events almost every weekend, and probably starting next weekend, every single weekend until the first of the year.
Incredible.
Yeah, which is incredible. And we have some days that are double booked. We have morning showers and evening.
I
we
think
have,
it'd be so lovely
We have a
for a
wedding
shower.
coming up in a couple of weeks. We're excited about.
Oh,
and
an
so-
intimate wedding. Oh,
Actually,
that'd
it's
be
literally
beautiful.
a wedding for 20.
That's ours was only 50, and it
Mm-hmm.
was perfect. That's actually how we met Casey, who I can't see her. She's over doing all the
Behind the
production over
scenes.
there, but was actually at our wedding. So you just never know how things just kind of groove into place when you have things that
It
happen.
just depends on
that
where
just-
you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always be careful of who you're attending to and who you're speaking to. 'cause
You know
never
what? I'm so glad you
We
said
say
that.
that to people
We
all
won't
the
mention
time.
any names, but he came home from a place he had stopped in, and you're just so surprised at the arrogance or how rude. So everybody should hear this, because when you're in a business and you think someone it's a bad day for them, you never know what they're going through. But when you walk through someone's door, you never know where you might meet them again. First of all, everyone's a potential customer.
Right.
And then to treat somebody, so rudely, I'd never understood
Everyone
that.
is a potential customer, along with the 50 friends that they know that they can
Exactly.
tell.
Right.
Or-
People forget that.
If you
It's
make
not
them
just
happy,
one
they may
person
not
you're
tell-
making
they may
mad.
just
You
tell
might
one,
be
but if you
making
make them unhappy, it's the 50.
and you know what? Bad news travels faster than good news
Yes.
all the
Yes, it
time.
He never wants to ever do business there or be part again, because he was just so obnoxiously rude and arrogant. And you don't understand that the people that are in the front of your house or where they are really need to have an attitude. Check and realize how lucky they are to be where they are.
Absolutely.
And you never know, maybe not even a customer, they may be a door opener for you and another time of your life. You never know when you're
that's
going to
very
run into
true.
that person again. It's like,
very true.
just, no matter what your day is, find it in your heart to be considerate and compassionate for the people around you. But, well, are you ready to bring Savannah over and meet
Absolutely.
her? And we'll pull a chair up for Savannah and come on in here and have a conversation. So Savannah Rigley is the Director of Development and Administration at the Belleville Humane Society, and that's what we're doing here. It's finding out about what's going on in Belleville, and we just have to be so fortunate to be sitting with Jeff and Zack in the middle of poor 322 Coffeehouse in Grimm Gorly to get to meet those in Belleville. So welcome to the show, Savannah. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Good. How are you?
Doing really good. And we, you know, when it comes to animals, I like animals more than people. No offense, I like your dog better than you.
Everybody does.
Gordon says I like Olive more than
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But they're just such animals, are just such loving creatures that are very, what do you call that? Unconditional love.
Unconditional.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There's a few beasts out there, but that's probably because of the person that raised them.
Yeah, well, and that's a really good point, that you can't really have animals without their people. So something I'm really proud of is the Belleville Area Humane Society really focuses on the human-animal bond. So we love animals, but we also love people.
And so when you say that, do you really look out for who the people are that are coming into the Humane Society and making sure that they really do have a good, sound family to go home with by you saying that? Are you teaching them skills, or what are you doing?
What a great question. So we're a low-barrier adoption facility, that means several things. The first is that folks can come in and really have a conversation with our adoption counselors, and we will find the right fit for your family. Like, for example, I love an Australian Shepherd. I think they're beautiful. Now, do I go running
my
every
daughter-
day? No.
Do I go running every day? That's a good point,
So-
because
That's why
yes,
I
I know
looked
where
at him.
we know where you're
Yes.
going with
My
this.
daughter's
She
dog
has two of
just-
them. Her daughter.
Run circles around. I got to take care of them this weekend, and I can
Yes.
hardly not wait for it.
Yes. So, would I be a good candidate for an Australian Shepherd? No. Would I be a good candidate for a cat? Yes. So that's why I have 3 cats and no Australian Shepherds.
They're in their own world.
Yes.
Yes.
So, that said, if we have found that there are other adoption facilities that have landlord checks, you have to have a 6-foot fence, you have to go through a background check, and all these things slow down the adoption process to the point where animals just sit and they wait for their forever home. And the reality is, most people are good, and most people, even if they're mean to other people, love their dog. Most people are really good dog owners.
Yeah.
And all of our animals leave our facility fixed with age-appropriate vaccinations and with microchips. And the microchips always trace back to the Humane Society, so if something ever went wrong, I get a phone call. And I've been doing adoptions for about 10 years, and I've gotten maybe 2 phone calls in all that time.
Wow.
Great. That's fantastic. And how long have you been with them, you said?
I've been with the Belleville Area Humane Society for 3 years, but I started my journey in animal welfare as a cat trapper in St. Louis City. So I was doing private adoption.
Cat trapper. I don't think I've ever in my
Wild. I'm like,
entire life have I ever heard a, hello, cool cats and kitties. You're what's her name? Cindy? She's a cat trapper.
awesome. Like,
Carol, what's her name?
somehow I see you like with a hard hat on,
Yeah.
and you're getting out there on a Saturday.
Oh,
night.
yeah.
I bet.
There were
The minor
so many
flashlight.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a really nice flashlight.
But you did.
was
Get in there
magnetic.
to find
So how do you
those.
go about trapping a cat?
Yeah.
So-
Because cats
Or
don't
getting
really,
that
they
job.
got their own personality.
Yeah.
They're very independent.
So the main thing is you want to befriend their colony caretaker. And most outdoor cats, and there are outdoor cats everywhere, right? Like if you haven't seen them in your neighborhood, you just haven't seen them.
Yeah, we've
They're
got a
there.
couple.
Yeah, so
More than a
someone is
couple.
feeding those cats probably. So you befriend that person, you get on a feeding schedule, and then you use a box trap, which is just like, you've probably seen it for a wildlife trap. And we use these traps for something called TNR, or TNVR, which is trap, neuter, vaccinate, and return. And
We need
there
those
are-
for people. There's a few people we'd like to trap it. Vaccinate and neuter.
Only consensually, I think.
Well,
That is the key. The cats, we won't get into that. And the idea is there are too many cats for them all to live in a home. And cats exist on a behavior spectrum of friendly to feral. And it is really a spectrum. It's
Yeah.
you're not really necessarily one or the other, but some can be your sweet house cat that you can carry around like a baby, and then they can be as feral as a raccoon.
Yeah.
And those have to live outside. So we trap them, we fix them, they go back to where they live. I actually have 2 outdoor cats of my own that just every night come up to my backyard and they scream at me until I feed them.
We got some friends that have some great barn cats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they love
Tammy
being
and
in the
John.
barn.
Yeah.
They have no mice, and and the cats are awesome. They're friendly. I mean, I'm not a big cat. I'm more of a dog person,
Sure.
but these cats are kind of like dogs because they come
Yeah.
up
They
and
just
they're
kind of give
hang
that little
out.
walk over
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
and they walk on your table next to your food. You can tell I'm a cat person.
I love a cat, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a cat, but they are. It was gray, big green eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real friendly, and then it is. But I mean, I guess like everything, we all have different personalities. But I think people are definitely dog people or cat. I know some that do have a dog and a cat, and I always find that maybe because of the living, one person's a dog lover and one's a cat lover, so they have one of each or a couple or something like that. But usually everybody has different.
Do you have a time of the year that you see a rise in adoptions, or even a rise on getting cats and dogs, where
Yeah.
you seem to have more during? And is it like that annually? Like every year, you can just count on certain times of the year that you're
Yeah.
going to get more.
So, 2 things. One is that cats. So, this is about. I'm really about to give away being a cat nerd with what I'm about
That's
to say.
okay. That's the same thing with
You're
our
a cat
Olive.
trapper
Yeah.
too, so.
Cats can actually induce ovulation in themselves. So as it gets warmer, cats are like, oh, time for more kittens. So we have what's called kitten season. And here, of course, that's when it's like spring into summer. So we have about double the population from
gosh.
like April, we're just kind of getting out of it, to September in our shelter. 80% of cats in shelters come from outdoor cats, like kittens come from outdoor cats. So over the summer, we are just bursting at the seams with kittens, and that's true for every shelter.
They're like rabbits.
Across the country. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why TNR is so important too, is because there aren't enough homes. Like every human being would have to have like 8 cats.
Oh my gosh.
For us to have them all live indoors.
Wow.
And that's, I will say for me, too many cats.
Yeah, we have too many bunnies. We'd like a bunny trapper to
Oh,
come by.
in your town?
They're
Yeah,
eating my
absolutely.
plants.
TNR some bunnies.
We need some bunny trappers, big time, and let them back out again because they are multiplying like crazy.
Like bunnies.
So I guess that makes sense then of why you'd have more cats, because most dogs are living obviously inside, and if they're outside, they're in a fence, so they're not going to be doing what the cats are doing.
Yeah, and dogs also have several thousand years more domestication than cats. So if all humans were to just suddenly poof disappear, cats would be fine. They would take over. They would probably run this coffee shop. I don't know. But the dogs wouldn't know what to do. And they've done studies that if you give a puzzle to a cat, the cat will try to figure it out. If you give a puzzle to a dog, the dog will look at you and be like, hey, there's something wrong with my food.
I just want to treat.
It's trapped in this puzzle.
Can you help me with this puzzle?
Yeah,
Can you get a cat that can help me with this puzzle?
exactly.
Wow, she's obviously a cat lover.
She is. You know, we
She
had
just made Olive sound stupid.
speaking of cats and Halloween, since we're coming on Halloween, we had a white Persian cat when I was a
Ooh,
kid.
but that was pretty.
It was, but when it was in heat, it sounded like the Exorcist in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For
really?
sure.
Oh my gosh.
Kinda like
Am I
most
right?
women.
Yeah. Oh,
They
absolutely.
can sound possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I can
crazy.
do.
Wow.
Just like earlier when you told me not to touch the mic.
Back to cats. Okay.
Fun fact: cats can have up to 4 litters a year. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Holy heavens.
Maybe that isn't that fun. Unfun fact.
Yeah.
So with the Humane Society, I know there's always times that you guys are trying to raise money because you have special needs. I noticed when I went on your Facebook page that you had like even money for utilities.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping the lights on. What's
Yeah.
going on with that right now?
So I don't think people realize how expensive it is to run an animal shelter. I'm budgeted about $84,000 this year alone just to keep the lights on, the water bill. For some reason, my water bill is just absolutely insane.
Pets are thirsty.
Yes.
Giving them baths.
And cleaning, right? Like
Yes.
we do so much cleaning, you wouldn't even really realize.
Sure.
So we are lucky enough that we have people in the community who are members of the Humane Society, and that's sometimes a one-time gift, usually over the summer when we're packed full of animals, or monthly gifts, and then they're members, and that helps us keep the lights on.
That's great. So you have an annual Halloween
Yes.
pet parade coming up. That's something for fun? Is that something you can also raise dollars for with the
Yeah.
parade? Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So it's Sunday, October 22nd, and it's here in downtown Belleville. We'll actually parade right past this coffee shop and then hang a
like
left. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think we're also coming to visit you guys in the afternoon
They
with
are
Adoptable.
About 1 o'clock, they're bringing some adoptables over for people to pet and hold and
Take home.
Both,
Yeah, take home, hopefully.
both cats and dogs? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other animals besides cats and dogs?
We do cats and dogs, and we have upon occasion had rabbits, but we really stick to cats and dogs.
Those are those people that at Easter get their kids a rabbit and go, what was I thinking? That was really a bad idea. Then drop it off at your place. Which is
Please
sad.
don't.
Sorry, that was just a joke.
Or
That
when the
was
movie
just-
comes out, like the 101 Dalmatians, and then everybody had to have a Dalmatian, and then I guess like next thing you know, they're getting rid of their Dalmatians, and I'm sure shelters and places were always getting dogs like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is we really want to keep people and their pets together. So if what you need to keep your rabbit or your Dalmatian is pet food or access to vaccines or wellness care, we do what we can to keep pets out of the shelter and with
Yeah.
their people. So if you do have a bunny and you need, bunnies can be litter box trained.
I know, isn't that precious?
I can give you a litter box.
I wish I would have known that. I had a couple pet bunnies, and you always knew where they were. Just follow the trail of little balls. They're everywhere. You know what I mean.
Exactly.
We used to have a hamster that would get out of the cage. He knew how to open the cage.
Wow.
Get out. He would run around, and I remember the kids were like, I think we have mice. And it's like, no, we finally figured out that the hamster was getting out at night, letting himself back in and shutting the
Letting
door.
himself
Shutting
back
the
in.
door.
Shutting the
Actually?
door. And it wasn't until one night
He
we
was like
actually saw
Stuart
him
Little or
running
whatever.
around. Yeah, he was like Stuart Little.
I see him driving around a little Barbie car.
He'd swing with one arm back and forth, like grab the
How does
top
he
of
do
it?
it?
Just like this. Just swing. The other would be just kind of hanging around. Just like,
That's such a
it's
good
hilarious.
rendition.
Yeah.
You can't even be mad. Like,
No, you just
good
laugh.
for you, man.
You just
No.
laugh.
What was his name?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. He got him. My son got him from a friend of his, so I don't remember what. We didn't have him very long, so.
All right, we need to scoot your chairs around because we need Christine Orr, who is with Discover Illinois, to go ahead and join us over here too because we have a little fun. What time do we have? It's all right. We'll go. We got
We
to
can
play.
go
We got to
longer.
play our game.
It
It's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
It's not like radio where they say you're done. It's top of the hour. Where are you going? Are you leaving us? Are you afraid that you're going to not be smart?
No, I'm never
not-
afraid of that.
Oh, hey, no, you can't leave. I'm telling you no right now.
No, you got.
Look, he doesn't take
I do
no.
have an appointment, but thank you.
Thank you so much, Zach. All right, well, we just lost Zach. He is our hot lister has left the show. Obviously, something more important than.
Well, he was afraid. He felt like he didn't know enough about monsters with the other guys, so he's probably afraid of being on this
Yeah,
trivia.
he's gonna do it again.
I'm afraid of you.
Hey, see
That
the art on
coffee-
the. You know how you love art? I mean, isn't it?
This is amazing.
I love when we have artists and we've had a few of them. We've got another one that's going to be in February. Lindsay, who does art and she makes it out of record players, or if she does something like Ozzie Smith, she made it out of remnants of baseball gloves
that's
and
cool.
baseball bats and just
Boxing gloves, boxing
Yeah.
shorts, so whatever the topic of the sport
Recycled.
is, she'll make that out of the material. Like if it's a music artist, she'll use old CDs or old records.
We gave her a
and-
big crate of them one time
Oh, it's incredible.
to use, but in that I just
Very
love.
nice.
I guess I'm just so impressed by the talent that people have to be able to express. Even like with, Isabella, her incredible talent of drawing. The book, Oh Olive, bringing it to life. I mean, it just amazes me what. I think, like I said earlier,
Being able to capture is so
Yeah.
important. Just capture the essence of Olive. She did it
Right.
perfectly.
I keep thinking I know how, and I just look
Right.
like under a preschooler when I try to do anything. But so we ready to play a little game. What are we playing?
We're ready. We're doing a little holiday.
Okay.
Christmas movies are starting to come, and people start watching Christmas movies. And Halloween, we kind of start watching Halloween movies. So we tried one year to just watch one a night, right? Like
Right.
a scary movie. But this is going to be more about Christmas movies. So I'm going to ask you the question. Whoever has it first, just go. I got it. Ready?
Okay.
So, what does George promise to give to Mary at the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh man.
promised to give.
It's a Wonderful Life. What did George promise to give Mary
tries
at the
to-
beginning?
Like wrestle the moon.
You will.
Oh my God. You hopeless romantic,
Yes,
you.
it's true.
Lasso the moon. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
right.
I want to give you the moon up there. That's what I'm gonna do, Mary.
That was great.
Was that all a setup for that?
Yeah,
For your impression?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the name
got
of the?
a lot of 'em.
All right, here we go. What is
Well
the name
done,
of the
Savannah.
evil magician in Frosty the Snowman? What is the name of the evil magician
Oh, I
in
can
Frosty the
see
Snowman?
him.
I got heat miser in my head, but that's not it.
I don't know.
That's abominable.
Oh my
That
God,
was
I
in-
can see him.
Santa Claus is coming to town was Heat Miser
Oh, okay.
and Burgermeister.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I can see him, but I
I
don't
can
know.
too.
I'll give you half of it.
Okay.
Professor
Oh wow.
Clump.
Hinkle.
I think
Professor
that was
I've never
I
done
think
that.
that was Eddie Murphy's movie.
I think you're right.
One
What
of
was
my
it? The name?
Professor Hinkle.
Hinkle. Okay.
All right, here we go. One of my favorite movies. How many lights were on the Griswold's house in Christmas Vacation?
A
Oh my
lot.
God, a lot exactly.
Because
A
he
million.
mentions it.
10,432.
Nope.
These are really hard questions.
I know.
Congratulations.
Or
for
actually,
your
we're
win
just
so
not
far.
really very bright.
300,000.
25,000 lights. Look, Russ, 25,000 lights. All right, here we go. What was the name of the movie?
That was a lame Chevy Chase, by
Yeah,
the
it was.
way.
What is the name of the movie Kevin uses to deceive the pizza boy and a pair of
Home
cat
Alone.
burglars in Home Alone? What was the name of the? Listen carefully. What was the name of the movie that Kevin used to deceive the pizza boy and a pair of cat burglars in Home Alone?
He's got the machine gun.
What was it? You filthy animals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the count of 10 to get your ugly, no good keister off my property before I
And
bump your
another.
guts
And we
full
go.
of
Yep. I see where this
One,
is going.
two,
This is all about Gordon.
This is all day, every day. He can never tell a story without
It's an
doing his
actual
voice.
movie, Angels with Filthy Souls.
Oh.
Boy, we're not doing very well.
No.
This is
All right,
amazing.
this one should be easy. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what does Hermie wish he could be instead?
A dentist.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
This
Wait,
one
aren't
should
you
be-
going to do the
No,
dentist?
you
I
know.
want to be a dentist?
Yeah, be
You
a-
want to be a dentist, do you? Yeah.
Yep, this is all
All
about
right.
Gordon.
What color is the ornament Charlie Brown puts on his tree?
Red.
Thank you very much.
Oh
Boy,
my
she's getting
God.
she's got two.
Taking over.
You're
Taking over.
She's
now.
got
You're-
two.
She's
You're
like, I
one.
got this.
You little Christmas hog.
This was a really cool part in this movie. An Oscar Mayer Wiener whistle and a mystery date game were gifts given by Santa in what movie?
The Santa Claus.
Yes.
On the board.
Oh.
I always thought it was cool. All the teachers together and they all got their childhood.
Yes,
How come I
that
don't
was-
remember? Oh, I do remember that now.
I
What
do
is the
not.
name of the dough that Rudolph likes in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Oh.
May?
Oh, like it's his girlfriend.
I can fly.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can
pizza
fly.
dough?
What was
I
her
don't know.
name?
Pillsbury?
That was Rudolph who said I could fly.
Oh, what'd you say?
What is the
girlfriend.
name of the dough,
Oh.
his girlfriend, that Rudolph likes in
That's
Rudolph
her
the Red-Nosed
name.
Reindeer? No, what was her name?
No, that was him saying that when he could
Oh,
fly.
yeah.
So I was trying to remember her name because she was there.
She thinks I'm cute. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Clarice. Clarice.
Oh, Clarice. That's
Wow.
like the
Wasn't that
the
the
guy
name?
who ate people.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's kind of spooky.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Sounds
But
like
Rudolph was before Clarice.
Yeah,
so-
that's true. In what movie is Turbo Man the hot Christmas toy?
Oh, it's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't
Yeah, it is.
No, I
Jingle
don't
all
know.
the way.
Oh,
You're right.
Yeah. Where the neighbors fight, right?
2 and 2.
Two and
And you
two.
got
That's
we got
like-
one.
God,
All right.
what's his name? Woolery. Chuck Woolery. 2 and 2.
2 and
it?
2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
back
Yes.
in
Remember
two.
watching that at night?
All right. What is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
Oh, one with Bruce Willis,
Ooh, that's a good guess.
which is not a Christmas movie,
Die
but everybody
Hard.
says it is.
Strong disagree. It is a
I'm
Christmas
wrong.
movie.
It,
Die
you think
Hard.
So it
It
is?
takes place during a Christmas party.
Yep. Yeah, it does.
That makes it Christmas.
But that's not
Highest
it.
grossing Christmas
Not.
movie.
Okay.
Of all time.
Of all time. A Miracle on 34th Street?
I was gonna
Nope.
say.
What street were you going to say?
I was gonna say 45th.
You're gonna say
I'm gonna say
40th.
45th, but I mean.
I'll give you a hint. We've already mentioned it.
Oh, we
Home
did?
Alone.
Oh, white.
Chevy Chase.
No, the white, the
Oh,
the
It's a Wonderful
birthday
Life.
moon.
Nope.
Oh,
Nothing.
Gosh,
Oh my
we
God,
mentioned
where else
it.
would work?
Charlie Brown.
Nope.
Gosh. Okay, we're done guessing.
Home Alone.
Oh, was it
my
really?
gosh.
Wow.
All right, we got a couple more. In
I would've
Christmas
thought
with the
that.
Cranks, what do the Cranks do that causes a neighborhood uproar?
They were going to go on vacation.
That's right.
But what were they going to do?
Oh,
not put up their Christmas at all.
Oh, that's
Skip
right.
Christmas.
Yes. Oh,
Two,
dang
two,
it.
two.
This is a tiebreaker right here, girl.
I'm not even in the ranking.
Kelley
am
should
I?
get this one. Kelley should get this one. What gift does Buddy the elf send to his father?
And I love the elf. Send to his dad.
Is it a book?
No. As soon as I say it, you guys are gonna go, "Oh my gosh, I remember."
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
James Caan was his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gift. Candy cane?
Anybody?
I don't
What does it
remember.
start with?
An L.
Licorice.
An L? L?
Lingerie.
Really?
Why did I remember that?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember
All
that
right, two
either.
more. In A Christmas Story, what does Ralphie want for Christmas?
He wants
Oh,
a Red
okay.
Ryder BB gun.
There you go.
Wow, you
got
done said the
three.
whole thing.
With the brand and everything.
You left it hanging.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're out. You can tie, or she's gonna win.
Do I get a bonus point because I said the
You
Red
get a free
Ryder?
coffee.
Oh, yay!
Finish this iconic line from It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his
Wings. I
Answer
feel as
quick.
though you just ignored me.
I don't want to be involved in
You
this.
weren't in
That's
the
what
running.
happens when you marry.
So you win. You win. You are.
You are the Christmas tree.
What does she
Oh,
what does she
She
win?
wins a new car.
Yay!
They got it for you.
Okay, thanks.
It's in the back.
Thanks, Kelley.
It's a bus. Have you seen it?
I can't believe
I'm not kidding.
how many
You have
times
to take it.
We have a bus.
how many times we've watched all of
I
those
know.
movies and then don't remember. He can remember every line from like every movie that's from way back when.
That's awesome.
But you think we'd read like Elf. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie.
I don't
And
remember the
even though
lingerie
he said
either.
it, I don't remember
no,
lingerie.
Not that at all.
I don't remember that either.
Not even kind of.
I mean, there are Christmas movies playing in our house already, so I can't even tell. Oh,
Are
yeah.
you a Hallmark TV watcher?
A little bit. I like Hallmark Christmas. I do.
Oh, I used to.
I do. I gotta tell you, I was able to we actually were able to like get it together and get a Hallmark wedding last year. My daughter snowed the night of her
Yeah.
wedding, night before her wedding.
That's lovely.
So that
Did
it was
they
an outdoor
kiss?
wedding.
It's because they kissed.
Yeah, it
If
was
you
an outdoor
kiss,
wedding.
It
And so
snows.
it was great.
And they get engaged and married in like an
Well, about
hour
17
and
minutes.
Yeah.
17 minutes.
I mean, it is so quick on a Hallmark.
And they can plan
just
them like
met.
there's no tomorrow. And I think to myself, where'd that come from?
No.
One of my favorite was Lindsay Lohan in a Hallmark movie, which
That was
that
horrible.
in
Yeah, it was
itself is funny. That Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan's in a Hallmark
Yeah.
movie. And remember, she hit her head. She
Yes,
was like some rich
terrible.
girl. She hit her head.
And became nice.
Yeah.
And then she was the nice person.
yes.
Oh my gosh, we were like addicted to them. And then we started watching Virgin River. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is a Hallmark
But
movie.
it's coming up Christmas now. The next. Are you caught up?
No.
Okay,
I
then.
couldn't take any more of the sap.
We're
Give me
watching-
Oh, there's a
something
lot of
warm.
sap. Well, then if you can hold on, now there's going to be Christmas sap. So you might want to get back
Oh
on the
my
bandwagon.
gosh, I think I just turned mean or something. I just can't take any more sap.
You're like the Scrooge of Hallmark
The
movies.
Scrooge of Hallmark
I
movies.
can't take one more person being happy and married in 20 minutes. I can't do it. Snowing again. Knock it off. It's summertime.
Dang it.
It's like in the middle of the beach and snow just starts
Right.
sprinkling down
It's
in the
not
middle
real.
of the
It's
show.
not real.
It's so fake.
But we continue to watch.
She just
And
squashed
hope,
our dreams.
and hope for a different outcome.
Crushed them.
How do you like this happy show? We'll see you next month. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jeff. Zach had to leave us. Zack Bair here at Poor 322 Coffeehouse, Grimm Gorly next door. Everything you could possibly think of or want or taste is right here in the stores. And then, of course, we thank you so much, Christine Orr, for making sure
Thank
that we
you.
could get here from Discover. I'm not looking at it to say it's Discover,
Discover,
Illinois.
Downstate, Illinois.
There,
Yes.
Thank you
There it
very
is.
much.
There it is.
Thanks.
Yep.
If that would have been there a second ago, I would have
Right,
gotten
nailed
that.
it. You would have nailed it.
I would have nailed it. And then Savannah Rigley, Director of Development
Yes.
and Administration at the Belleville Humane Society. Thank you for all you do
Thank
because
you.
our little furry friends need
Help.
Need
Yes.
help. That's for
Absolutely.
sure. And you know what? If you don't think you're a pet family, don't guess and get into it when you're not ready because then they end up having to find a home.
No,
So-
do guess.
No. What I
Come
mean
down.
was
Foster.
people who.
Let's
oh,
try it out.
Thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
let's. In fact, and we joke about this a lot. You don't necessarily marry the first guy you date. You
No.
can.
Second time's much better.
Yeah. So
Good segue.
foster
Good
that
job.
first guy. Yes. And then find the one.
You know what? I like that. I didn't even think about that because that's what's upsetting to me. People that get an animal and then they leave it outside, or they don't give it. It needs to have water all the time, and I can't stand if I walk in someone's home and their bowl's dry. It's like, oh my gosh, they've got to have water and be taken care of, and they need to have their shots, and they need first, they need to be loved and fed. So if you don't think, don't. But if you can try it out,
Yeah, and we'll give you food too.
wow,
We'll give you all the supplies for fostering.
and make sure they're neutered before they take it home, or
So every animal that gets adopted from us.
is taken
fixed,
care of,
yeah,
then is fixed, then,
absolutely,
so that
yeah.
I like that. Well, that's a great idea. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that. Thank you so much, Jeff, for
Absolutely.
having us, and
Absolutely.
Casey
Always love
Pierce,
coming.
making sure the
Absolutely.
show is taking place. We appreciate you so much as well, and Gordon, I always appreciate you.
Just don't touch that microphone.
I'm the reason you look and sound so good.
I don't know about look good. but
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't mean that. That didn't come out right. You look great.
It's
baby.
all in the lights.
Awesome.
Otherwise, in fact, he always says that he knows when would you say I look like this morning? I wish that picture you could actually
Her
show
hair
what he
was
said.
was shaped like this.
It's crazy.
Do you remember the orange monster on Bugs Bunny?
Yes, yes.
That's what her
He
hair
said,
looked
"This
like.
is what you look like right now, but you have potential."
Oh, get delusional.
As he tells me that I'm beautiful at the same time. All right. Well, thank you for the laughs, the fun, the free coffee. Love it all. And thank you for allowing us to be here in Belleville, Illinois. It's been a great time. We love coming back through. We're going to go get something to eat now.
Absolutely.
Enjoy a little bit of what Belleville has to offer. And until the next time we're here, thank you here at the In Your City Show. Peace.
Peace.
Nice job.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you.
That beautiful fountain. I'm so
clapping
glad
in
it
the
was running
background.
today.